I had grown tired of watching the country progressively moving away from the path of correctness. To ensure that our democracy remains resilient, I am leaving behind an electoral process which guarantees results are credible, elections are fair and transparent.
In Rivers State, preparations are on for today's inauguration of the governor-elect, Siminalayi Fubara, and his deputy, Ngozi Odu. Some residents of Port Harcourt have been speaking on why there seems to be a quiet atmosphere in the state. Some of the residents told our correspondent that the people believe that the outcome of the 2023 general election was not the true reflections of the people's votes. They also said that there has not been any change in governance of the state in the areas of development, employment, among others.
It's not like I don't know who's going to be the governor. I can't remember him speaking. I don't know what his voice sounds like. We are talking about Generation Z right now. We're talking about people that want to see tangibility. We're talking about people that want to know that you're talking to me. Who are you? Like, I want to get to meet you.
The aura, geographically, mostly, in the environment, it's not like people are anticipating for something greater or it's just normal, like every other normal day. I believe that maybe people are dissatisfied maybe with the last election.
At least we are witness to what happened. For the first time, the electorate, as in Nigerians, actually turned up to make a change. And in the very eyes of everyone, the change was seized, was dashed.
There is no development, both in the rural and in the urban areas. You say that schools are depleted, hospitals, there are no electricity, everything is just going downward.
They, however, called for a change from incoming administration in Rivers State.
We are hopefully waiting to see what this new government that is coming in, they are going to do for us.
So I wish Sim Fubara the very best. I wish that he will come up to show us who he is and not who he was. Because who he was is an identity we cannot fathom. Let him come to office and then begin to unfold.
Meanwhile, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike has restated that he will not interfere in the administration of the governor-elect, Siminalayi Fubara. Governor Wike said this at the Thanksgiving service to mark the end of his administration and the inauguration of the governor-elect at St. Paul's Cathedral in Port Harcourt on Sunday. He urged the incoming governor to be wary of those who would want to cause crisis between him and elders of the state.
No one decision you will take that everybody will be happy. People will criticize you, turn your back. But you see the way I related with our elders, you see the way we have respected side of the people. The day you run away from them, enemies will catch you. And it is the work of enemies to make sure you don't succeed. You have not been innovative. See what they're posting. But the governor-elect is calling with the outgoing. That is to show you where they are coming and where they are heading. But I know they will fail.
Governor Wike urged the governor-elect to be firm and decisive in his decision-making, particularly when it is in the overall interest of the state.
Be yourself and know that you owe Rivers State a lot. Don't be threatened by the sabotage or betrayal you get. It's normal. The president-elect told me one day, somebody told him that he should not trust me. So he told the person, politics and betrayal, same mother and father. If you don't want to be betrayed, don't come into politics. Be careful with those who work with you directly. Most people are working with you not because they want you to succeed. Just that this is an opportunity. Let me grab as much as I can grab. That most of their personal aides who will be collecting money at your back, you will know. If you catch them, don't hesitate. Deal with the person. Others will learn.
A former chief of staff to the Rivers State government, Tony Okocha, says the outgoing governor, Nyesom Wike, has continued to demonstrate that his interest is for the development of the state and the country at large. Mr. Okocha, who insists is also one of the leaders of APC in the state, said this in an interview with Emeka Otuka. Shortly after he received the state's second highest honor, the Distinguished Service Star of Rivers State DSSRS during the State Awards inauguration dinner held at the Banquet Hall Government House in Port Harcourt on Saturday.
I feel so happy. The title is DSSRS. What that means clearly is that I have found meet and germane to be honored with the title, considering and relying on what I have also contributed to the development of the state. And from what I have seen here, it is not partisan. Even there, I saw two of my friends who even ran election for House of Reps under APC. Their names are here. So you can see that the governor had continued to show that he is dispassionate. He has continued to show that he has interest of Rivers people, not minding party affiliations and leanings.
Mr. Okocha also solicited the support of Rivers people for the incoming administration of Siminalayi Fubara to consolidate on the achievements of the outgoing administration. Also, the President General of GDI, Bright Amewule, expressed gratitude to the outgoing governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, for finding him worthy of the award.
It's actually our day at the Unity Fountain, Abuja. When I say our day, I mean River State Day. And of course, we have felt that in our own way, one of the ways to solidarize with our principal is to pray for him. The man you see, we need him to be visionary, we need him to be focused, we need all the wisdom and courage and the boldness to take decisions no matter how difficult they are.
The Asari Toro Area Traditional Rulers Council is congratulating Governor Nyesom Wike as he bows out of office after 2 terms, which they said has impacted the state and Asari Toro in particular. A statement by the chairman of the Traditional Council, His Royal Highness King Ibroma Talbot Bokobo Amayanabo of Minama, and His Royal Highness King A.B. Big Tom Tom, the Amayanabo of Abalama, said they are particularly grateful to the governor for the numerous constructions and land reclamation projects in the area, such as the ongoing dualization of Emoha-Kalabari Road and the commissioned Trans-Kalabari Road project that linked 6 communities from the Kalabari Central District. Also, His Royal Highness King Tubotamuno Dek Jo, the Amayanabo of Oporoma, and his satellite communities, and His Royal Highness King Emmanuel Stephen, the Amayanabo of Ifoko, congratulated the governor's protege and the incoming governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, on victory at the polls. The kings prayed that his tenure in office should be peaceful, eventful, and fruitful for the people of Asari Toro area, especially as it concerns the construction of the promised Minama Obonoma Link Road, the Oporoma Community Link Road, and the Tema Ifoko Link Road. Other projects mentioned in the statement include the Buguma Ring internal road projects, which they said would rapidly bring development to the area. Still ahead, River State government seals hotels, bars in Port Harcourt. Stay tuned.
Yes, we gonna
Bonda says his hotel and bar was sealed early this morning by the outgoing Wiki administration. In a short message, he said the outgoing governor ordered the police to seal off his hotel and bar in the Elekaya axis of Port Harcourt around 2:55 a.m. He said staff and lodgers at both sealed premises were forcefully ejected by the State Police Unit of C4I. The former lawmaker said no reasons were given for the action. We go on another commercial. The news continues afterwards. Stay tuned.
Stand up.
Walu Okpara of Okparankwa community in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State is calling on the public to disregard comments made by one Prince Sonny Okpara describing himself as an elder in the community. In a statement, Elder Walu Okpara said Prince Sonny Okpara is not an elder and urged him to stop parading himself as such. Also, an indigene of the community, Temple Okpara, acknowledged Elder Walu Okpara as the true elder of Okparankwa community.
The elder of Okparankwa community is Elder Walu Okpara and not Sonny Okpara. 2, that the people of Okparankwa community is very happy and elated on the chieftaincy installation and coronation nomination of Chief Ebere Enyinda Opara as the Chief of Oparankwa Community, the first of Rumo Oparankwa in Rumuwedegele community, in Elepokodo, in Rupoko clan. The society should disregard previous announcement made by some members of Rumo Oparankwa community that Chief Ebere Enyinda means the Chief of Oparankwa community.
The Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, led by Sam Ogbuku as the managing director, has disclosed that it will soon come up with a pilot scheme to address challenges of youth and give succor to the youths of the Niger Delta region. According to the commission, the scheme, known as Holistic Opportunities, Projects and Engagement, Project Hope, is designed to create a comprehensive potential resource database of the youth population of the Niger Delta region with a focus on their needs, qualifications, skills, passions, interest, and employment status. In an interview, the executive director of projects, NDDC, Charles Ogunmola, said the board came prepared with new ideas to focus and execute the right programs and deliver people-oriented projects. Mr. Ogunmola further assured Project Hope would create 1,000 jobs in each state of the Niger Delta region by securing sustainable international and local partnerships for the establishment of multi-agro processor industries, internship development, training opportunities, chambers of commerce, and the overall youth engagement statistics, which would rely on the community government corporate partnership model for land acquisition for the project.
Project Hope is not only human
Samuel
capital.
Obuku and Charles Ogunmola board has brought hope to Niger Delta youth. So I think it's time for serious business. The Project Hope, Holistic Opportunity Projects and Programs for Engagement, is designed to deploy the first Niger Delta Youth Potential Resource Database System, which is to do qualification identification, skills identification, interest, status, and passion. This will be the parameter for employment generation, youth empowerment, and youth capacity development in the region. The first strategy of the project is designed to create 9,000 jobs, 1,000 per state, through development of agro-allied partnered industries in the 9 states according to their potential resources. We have also designed several other programs and projects to enhance and enable platforms of other creatives and industry of youths in the region.
The consultant for Project Hope, Blessing Fubara, also spoke on this.
Development is human capital determination. We've taken steps by online and face-to-face means to going out to the communities in each one of the 9 states in which we operate to actually take our gospel to the community through meeting the entrepreneurs, the youth within each community to determine who they are, what they do, what their aspirations are, and how best we can help. Then that will enable us to develop our needs assessment template by which we will come back and then start to develop projects and programs that will primarily address their immediate needs and also grow them out into their long-term needs for sustaining their growth as, citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And now we're bringing you news from around the world.
Recep Tayyip Erdogan's supporters celebrated well into the night after Turkey's longtime president secured another 5 years in power. He told the cheering crowd outside his palace on the edge of Ankara that an entire nation of 85 million won. But his call for unity sounded hollow as he ridiculed his opponent Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu and took aim at the jailed Kurdish leader and pro-LGBT policies. The opposition leader did not explicitly concede victory. On the news this morning, you heard President-elect Bola Tinubu is set to take oath of office as Nigeria's 7th democratically elected president. Governor Wike again promises not to interfere as Governor-elect Siminalayi Fubara takes oath of office today. Rivers State government seals hotel in Port Harcourt on the foreign scene. Turkish election victory for Erdogan leaves nation divided. The news was edited by Choma Ezenwafo. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt. Peace is the path to the prosperity of the nation. My name is Ifeami Andrew. Good morning.
The details,
the stories,
with the updates.